Today we're going to meal prep these honey lime steak burrito bowls. Each one's got about 605 calories with 41 grams of protein. Included in this meal is the steak, some peppers, corn, and black beans, and a jalapeno herb rice. I was able to prep, cook, and plate this one all in under an hour. Here's how I did it. We will begin by preparing our steak. For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 pounds or 681 grams of top sirloin. Take one of your sharpest knives and cut this steak into thin strips like you would for fajita meat. I shot for about 2 inches long and 1/4 inch wide. As you're slicing up this steak, trim away any excess fat, and then when you're finished, you'll have 1.5 pounds of your sliced meat ready to be marinated. To make your marinade, place a large bowl over a scale and add in 1 tablespoon or 15 grams each of soy sauce, lime juice, and oil, then 1 tablespoon or 12 grams of chili powder, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams each of onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon or 3 grams of salt, and then 1/2 teaspoon or 2 grams of baking soda. Stir all of those ingredients together until well mixed, and then dump in all of your beef. The purpose of the baking soda in this marinade is to help soften up the meat a bit. Sometimes when you meal prep with steak, it can get tough after reheating in the microwave, and the baking soda will help to counteract this. Get into the bowl with your hands and mix that beef around until every piece is well covered. Don't be afraid to get rough with it, you can squeeze it between your hands as this will help to also tenderize the meat. Now you can set that aside and we'll move on to our rice. Weigh out 1.5 cups or 270 grams of dry, long grain rice and wash it until the water runs clear. I'm using my rice cooker, so I'm going to fill it up with water just below the 2-cup line and get that started. If you're doing the traditional stovetop method, I would use about 2.25 cups of water or 340 grams. And now while that rice is cooking and our steak is marinating, we can chop up all of our vegetables. Take 1 medium red bell pepper or 150 grams worth and cut this into a small dice. Any color of bell pepper will work for this recipe. I chose red simply because I wanted the color. Next, you'll need 1 small jalapeno or about 20 to 30 grams worth. If you don't like the spice, you can remove the seeds and the white part of the interior. You can just roughly chop this. It's all going to be thrown in a blender, so it doesn't matter about the size. Next, you can do the same and roughly chop 2 stalks or 20 grams worth of green onions. And then lastly, you'll need about 1/2 cup or 30 grams worth of chopped cilantro. You can include the stems and the leaves. It's all going to get blended, so it doesn't make a difference. Then you can place your jalapenos, green onions, and cilantro into a blender, followed by about 1/4 cup or 60 grams of water to help that blend, and then mix it all together until it is smooth. This mixture is what we will be pouring into our rice once it is cooked to give it some flavor. This doesn't need to be perfectly smooth and uniform. You can still have some small cilantro leaves in there. Just make sure you get all the big chunks of onion and jalapeno. Now set that aside and let's cook the beef. Place a large skillet over medium-high heat, about a 7.5 out of 10, and then add in about 1/2 tablespoon or 7.5 grams of oil. In order to get proper coloring on this beef for maximal flavor, we're going to cook it in batches to not overcrowd the pan. In the final nutrient calculations, I've accounted for 1 tablespoon or 15 grams total of oil to be used to help cook this beef. Spread the steak out across the surface of the pan to give it good spacing, and then leave it be for 1 to 2 minutes to allow it to develop that color. After about 2 minutes, you can stir it around and flip the steak over to the other side. Because we cut this so thin and because we didn't overcrowd the pan, it's going to cook fairly quickly. 2 minutes or so on each side, you should have some nice color going, and then you can pull that off and set it aside to cook the next batch. Return that skillet back over the heat and add the remaining 1/2 tablespoon or 7.5 grams of oil, and then dump in the rest of your beef. Repeat the cooking process on the steak with about 2 minutes for each side. Then while I'm waiting for this to finish cooking, I can prepare some of my other ingredients. In this recipe, I'm going to use frozen corn, so I'm going to weigh out 1 cup or 170 grams of frozen corn kernels. I'm also using 1 15.5 ounce can or 430 grams of black beans that I drained and rinsed while the beef finished up. Once that second round of beef has had its time to cook in the pan, you can add back the first batch to prepare for flavoring. Drizzle over 1 tablespoon or 21 grams of honey, and then 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of lime juice, and stir to mix that together. You'll cook this for an additional 1 to 2 minutes, and as that honey hits the heat, it's going to caramelize around the exterior of the meat. Give it a taste test and season with salt to your liking, then transfer it over to your plate to clear up your pan. To cut back on cleanup time, I'm going to use this same skillet to cook my vegetables in. So I'll put it back over medium-high heat, add in 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of oil, and then dump in my 1 cup or 170 grams of frozen corn and the chopped red bell pepper. This won't take much time to cook at all. All you're really looking to do is soften up those bell peppers and then thaw the corn. Once you reach there, you can season it with salt to taste, and this will be ready to go. If you have any green onions left over from what you bought to make our rice, you can chop those up and throw this in the pan as well. Around this time, the timer for my rice had gone off, so I'm going to pull it out of the rice cooker and pour in my green mixture. Stir it around in the pot until it is well incorporated, and then replace the lid and allow this to steam for an additional 5 to 7 minutes. If you're cooking the rice in a regular pot on the stovetop, you can do this step after you turn off the heat for the simmer. And now while waiting for that rice to finish up, I'm going to measure out some salsa for the final dish. I'm just using a store-bought jar, and each ramekin is going to get 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of salsa. Now with the rice having finished its steam, I'm going to give it a taste test and adjust the flavor with salt as necessary. Once you're happy with where the flavor's at, you're ready to plate this one up. This recipe is going to make 5 servings, so lay out 5 of your meal prep containers and divide all of the ingredients evenly between those 5. One of the nice things about having 5 containers that are all the same size is that when you're dividing out your ingredients, it makes it fairly easy to eyeball the portions. For the can of beans that we drained and rinsed earlier, you don't really need to do anything to them, just add it to the dish and they'll cook in the microwave. Again, this is 1 can or 430 grams of canned black beans. If you eat all 5 of these meals over the course of the week, it won't matter if one has slightly more rice or slightly more steak than the other, because it's all going to even out in the end. Once I had all of my ingredients divided out, I carved out a little well in the corner and placed a ramekin of salsa into each dish. Each serving of these burrito bowls has about 605 calories with 41 grams of protein. Once they've cooled a bit and they're done steaming, you can throw on the lids and then move them into the refrigerator where they will last for up to 5 days. From start to finish, I was able to prep these burrito bowls in under an hour to give me my lunches for the work week. And if you wanted this one to go even faster, you could use ground beef instead of steak, so you can cut out that slicing step to save time. The full written version of this recipe with all the instructions and ingredients listed is linked down below in the description, and that's published on mealprepmanual.com. While there, you can sign up to join the thousands of other members to get access to every meal prep recipe I have in my collection. Okay, that's it, bye.